Americans are keeping phones longer. Here are the reasons. October 13, 2025. Breathless cell phone ads might suggest that every American consumer rushes out to grab a brand new smartphone every year, even if the old one worked just fine. A new survey tells a different story. When researchers at reviews.org asked 1,000 U.S. adults about their cell phones, here's what they found. The average consumer keeps a phone for roughly 2 years and 5 months. Consumers are paying $634.35 for a smartphone, on average, far less than the list price of most new premium phones. The most commonly owned Apple phone is the iPhone 13, which is 4 years old. The survey, released September 25, depicts a community of smartphone users riven by conflicting interests, tempted to buy the latest phone, but chastened by an impulse to keep using the one they have. It shows that people aren't going for the latest and greatest phones, said Kelly Ha, a staff writer at reviews.org. They're getting a phone used, or getting a hand-me-down. New smartphones pack great features. And a hefty price. Keeping an old phone costs nothing, if it's paid for. Buying a new one can set you back a tidy sum. The iPhone 17, revealed at an eye-dropping event in September, offers increased battery life, wireless charging, and a price tag that ranged from $799 to $1,199 on launch day. The Samsung's flagship Galaxy S25, released in January at an annual winter reveal, boasts a camera upgrade, performance boosts, and a list price that swung from $799.99 to $1,299.99. Each new smartphone's promotional campaign makes you think that people are always upgrading their phones and getting the latest one, Ha said. But most consumers seem to resist that urge. 1/3 of American iPhone buyers in 2024 had held their previous phone for 3 years or more, according to survey data from Consumer Intelligence Research Partners, or CIRP. Consumers are holding on to their phones. In a 2024 interview with CNBC, Hans Vestberg, then chief executive of Verizon, said consumers weren't upgrading phones like they used to. Our customer now holds their phone way over 36 months, which is very long, he said, as reported by MarketWatch. I mean, we remember when we changed the phone every year. That was exciting times. The first iPhone emerged in 2007. 18 years later, smartphones are vastly more powerful, but each new crop offers fewer dramatic leaps in performance and features. And prices keep rising. At its launch, the cheapest iPhone sold for $499. There are many reasons why a consumer might buy a new smartphone. When reviews.org asked owners to name them, these were the top replies. Faster performance, 22%. Battery issues, 18%. New features, 13%. Broken or lost phone, 13%. Desire to own the newest model, 8%. The findings suggest that not many smartphone buyers upgrade simply because they covet the newest model. As we look at the new iPhone 17 lineup, we need to remember that fewer buyers these days will abandon a perfectly usable iPhone, whether it's 1 year or 5 years old, to buy a new iPhone with the latest features, Michael Levin and Josh Lowitz of CIRP wrote in a September 10 report. When is it time to upgrade? A Reddit conversation about smartphone shelf lives drew many responses about when and why consumers upgrade. One poster spoke of changing phones on a 5 to 6 year cycle, which ends when the battery starts showing its age. Another poster reported keeping a phone until it stops being updated. Smartphone manufacturers typically stop updating phones after a certain number of years. A third poster replied, till breaks. As long as an old smartphone works well and still receives updates, there's no compelling reason to replace it, said Courtney Lindwall, home and tech writer at Consumer Reports. If your phone can no longer get the security patches and operating system upgrades that get rolled out pretty frequently, it's probably time for an upgrade at that point, she said. Beyond that, I think there are ways to extend your phone's life that don't require buying an entirely new device. It's not that expensive to get your battery replaced, for example. If you do upgrade, Lindwall said, you can save hundreds of dollars by purchasing a refurbished phone instead of a new one. And if you buy used, she said, consider shopping through a certified refurbishing program, such as the one operated by Apple. A refurbished phone from the right kind of refurbishing program can be basically indistinguishable from a new phone, she said. By USA Today, story by Daniel Device, October 12, 2025.